The Great Barrier Reef is a fragile ecosystem located off the coast of Queensland, Australia, and is considered to be the largest living thing on Earth. It is home to 1,500 species of fish, 411 types of hard coral, and 1/3 of the world's soft corals, as well as much more. It is 134,634 miles squared in size, but 93% of it is bleached. When corals become bleached, it means that the water temperature is probably too high and they have expelled the algae that lives on them. The corals and algae have a mutualistic relationship, meaning that the two organisms rely on each other and both organisms benefit from it. The algae are the coral's primary food producer, providing around 90% of their food. So when the algae is expelled, many corals starve to death. Only some are able to provide enough food on their own for survival. Bleaching can be caused by a few different factors: low salinity, poor water quality from pollutant runoff, and the most devastating, rising water temperature. A 1 degree Celsius change in the water temperature can trigger coral bleaching. Coral reefs are important for multiple reasons. They provide shelter for many marine organisms, assist in nutrient recycling, provide natural resources such as food and medicines, and break down pollutants. Even though coral reefs only occupy less than 1% of the ocean floor, they are home to 25% of marine life. Many organisms rely on a healthy coral reef to survive. Biodiversity is important in a coral reef, so protecting it is crucial. Ecosystems with higher diversity tend to be more resilient and also provide much more food and medicine. Each organism living in the Great Barrier Reef and other coral reefs play an important role, so it is important to protect what is left. The extinction or major population decline of a species can throw off the entire system. Crabs protect sea anemones, which provide shelter for fish such as clownfish. So if crabs were to become extinct or endangered, the anemones and clownfish would follow. Most organisms are somehow linked to each other. Coral reefs have been referred to as the medicine cabinets of the 21st century. Medicines that can treat asthma and arthritis, as well as melanoma, soft tissue sarcoma, and other cancers are created from materials extracted from the coral reefs. The loss of the Great Barrier Reef would drastically reduce the amount of medicines available for patients in need of them. A few conservation efforts are already being made. Australia has permanently banned the dumping of dredge material, which is silt and debris, into the area of the Great Barrier Reef. Funding to keep the crown of thorns starfish populations under control has also been increased to protect the corals, which are a common prey item. There are also plans underway to try to improve the water quality. Even though the Great Barrier Reef is classified as in danger and is thought to be completely dead by 2050, there is still time to try and protect what is left. Global warming is the main issue behind the dying off of the Great Barrier Reef, so by fixing that issue, we will be one step closer to keeping the most beautiful ecosystem on the planet alive.